Okay, we're going to read out of the Jesus Calling book today. And the thumbnail is Hold His Hand. He wants you to be his companion. And the picture in the back, Self Portrait from Another Life. Okay, it says, Hold my hand and walk joyously with me through this day. Together we will savor the pleasures and endure the difficulties it brings. Be on the lookout for everything I have prepared for you. Stunning scenery, bracing winds of adventure, cozy nooks for resting when you're weary, and much more. I am your guide, as well as your constant companion. I know every step of the journey ahead of you, all the way to heaven. And your higher self just chimed in and said, Me too. You don't have to choose between staying close to me and staying on course, since I am the way. Staying close to me is staying on course. As you focus your thoughts on me, I will guide you carefully along today's journey. Don't worry about what is around the next bend. Just concentrate on enjoying my presence and staying in step with me. And the Bible scriptures that are referenced is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. They also reference Isaiah 58 verse 11, John 14 verse 6, and Galatians chapter 4 verse 2. So what a beautiful reading. He wanted me to read that to you. This book was on the shelf since May, it looked like, with the marker in it. I have so many books that I'm only called to read out of certain ones every day. I have no set routine. That's another thing too, I don't want to be a robot. So I don't do the same thing all the time. I don't wear the same clothes. I don't have the same sceneries, etc. I'm a person of lots of change. I love change. Even spare change. No, change everything. Change sceneries, everything. So nothing's ever really the same. Some things stay the same, but not really. I mean, everything just changes. I love change. I also love my self-portrait from Another Life. Okay, so let's get right into this. I definitely go by the Spirit, so if you're looking for the same old, this ain't your channel. Okay, so since things are going pretty high-vibed, the devil's on the bottom of the deck, so let's see what he's stirring up. Okay, I'm drawn to the swirl. So what is he stirring up? Okay, let's see. Okay, this is a smoking gun. It's my Six of Pentacles. And what it's basically saying, Seven of Pentacles, I always call it a six, but what it's basically saying is that you've done the work, okay? You've got the smoking gun in your hand, you've done the work, right? Now you're kind of waiting for your prize, put it that way, okay? And that's where he's going to come in, and he's going to try to steal that prize. And of course he can't, okay? He can't steal the prize from you. The only thing that he can do is discourage you, get your vibes lower, make you think negatively. Last night we had a really good 3-hour talk on CK for Life, and it's really important to have your project in your mind, written down, so when things do change, you know what you want to accomplish. And when I say project, I mean your Laverian project of helping the new earth. Okay? And if you have no clue what I just said, you can email me. I can give you more information on that. But what I basically am saying is that we're going into a new earth, and we're going to be helping the people that are just awakening, and we're going to have a project. So remember when I said if you like horses, you might want to have a horse farm. If you like to help battered women, you might want a battered women's shelter. You like animals, you might want to have a shelter. These are the things that, what could you do if you had all the money in the world? Or if somebody would fund you? Okay, well, the Laverians will fund. It's not humanitarian, it's Laverian, and they will fund. We're going to be funding people. Okay, now I'm not going to get into all that right now, but the energy right now is to focus on what you would do in the future if you could manifest, which you can, anything that you want. Okay, so be focused on that while you're doing your household chores, while you're doing your daily grind. Where's your project? You know, we used to call them our 5-year goals, our 10-year goals, but that's not what this is. This is real God conscience, Christ conscience, quantum stuff. So once again, if you have no idea what I just said, you can check into what I just said, or you can just know, I'll put it in layman's terms or kindergarten terms. Focus on your future and have it written down and be ready to do it. Just like we did when we were kids and we had our 5-year, 10-year goals. But this isn't like that. This is real for now, doing it for if it would happen tomorrow, okay, type of thing. Now, the devil, he wants you to not get your prize for doing the work, that smoking gun. So, underneath it is the Six of Pentacles. And I just said the Six of Pentacles, and I called that the Six of Pentacles, and then I said, no, it's the 7, right? It's a smoking gun. You've already done the work. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles was right underneath the Devil card. And no, I didn't know that. So what he's saying is this is equal give and take. Okay, so now we're about ready to reap our rewards. The harvest is ready to be harvested. Okay, so for a lot of us, it's about a mission partner. It's about somebody that's going to give equally and take equally. Somebody that's going to come in and help me with my book, help me with the songs I've written, help me with my AA process that I want to teach. Now, there may not be any AA process needed in the future because there may not be no alcohol addictions or drug addictions. Okay, so that's something that you don't say, okay, I'm not even going to concentrate on it because it's not going to be there in the future. We're not even going to need daily devotionals, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to focus on my songwriting. Okay, I say to that, no, 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 because again, you're running the show, you think you know. You don't know. We don't know. It could be another year or two from now, and he wants you to teach a few classes and write a few songs and write that book. You know, time doesn't exist, so we can't think that we know. So I'm going to continue writing my devotional book. I'm going to continue writing my songs. I'm going to continue writing and teaching my AA process. Okay, so that's the kind of energy that we need, is that equal give and take. Under that is justice, the yin and yang, just what I said, that balance, the balance, okay? Justice is being served. We are going to get our reward. And when we get our reward, we are now the butterfly. You see how I'm wearing a butterfly necklace with my rosary, because now is the time. We're done being in that cocoon. And if you're still in that cocoon, know that this is future. Okay? These readings, when you get them, are past, present, and future. We're reading the energy. I'm channeling my higher self. I'm channeling Mary, St. Michael, Jesus consciousness, okay? I'm giving you the cards because I'm reading tarot also. I'm an energy tarot reader. I'm not a future prediction reader, okay? It's the energy. So if you're seeing this video, you could be a little past. It could be in the past. You could be already got the book written. You could be just starting the book, or you could be in the middle of writing the book. That doesn't matter. The energy is still the same. I like how Steve says, if somebody steals $20 out of your dresser, or you go to the bank and they rob the bank and take all the money, it's still the same energy. Can you see that? It's still the same energy, whether they stole $20 from the dresser or they stole 20 million from the bank. That's what I'm saying about the energy. So when you're watching these, I'm reading the energy for you, and you're hearing it at the exact time you're supposed to hear it. You are healed. Four of Swords. So some of you that are not healed, you're on your way to healing. It's going to happen. Four of Swords. Have that trust that it's going to happen. Okay? That's why the equal give and take is coming. That's why your abundance is coming, because you had to go through that dark night of the soul. Many of us, like me, have lost all their friends and family members through death or isolation, and we have all new friends online. So I don't touch you every day and give you hugs, but I'm in your energy every day, and I'm also working with you in astral. So imagine that. Imagine how we've changed worlds. Can you see what I'm actually saying? I used to go in person and we did all this. Now we're doing it all through energy. So it's kind of like if I said to you, we used to talk with words and now we talk telepathically. Okay, same thing. We used to go in person everywhere. Now we stand in front of a screen like Star Trek. We stand in front of a screen and we talk to each other. We're actually on a little tiny piece of the spaceship. It's pretty cool stuff. And this may be too deep for some of you, but you know what? I have to tell you what I tell you. And I'm not here for any other reason than to read the energy. I'm not here for subscribers. I don't take no money. There's no politics or money on my channel. So it's not for everyone. Okay, there's a favorable outcome, all right? And that's what we were talking about. But this is just St. Michael confirming everything I said. He's saying there's a favorable outcome. So even if you worked on that book and then there's no books because we're not reading no more, we're doing everything telepathically, the stuff that's in the book is still in here. So then you will be telepathically giving it to the other person. So right now, while it can be written on paper and it can be put into a print shop, do that. But in the future, it might not be. We might be doing it all from up here. So romance angels are helping you. So if you're wondering about your mission partner, they are helping this get together. But once again, as you hear from everybody, it's divinely timed, divinely protected, divinely guided. Okay? Everything is divinely done. So they're helping you stay in high vibe. They're helping you balance out. They're helping you cleanse and clear anything that's stopping you. Okay? If you knew me 3 years ago and you saw me today, you probably would think that that was my sister, not me, or my friend, not me, because I'm a total different person. I've totally changed in looks, actions, body, mind and spirit. Okay? Does that mean that I was a bad person back then? No, but it's like a cake. Have you ever seen a cake? Take a picture of a cake in the bowl. Take a picture of the ingredients, then take a picture of the cake in the bowl. Then take a picture of the cake in the pan, and then take a picture of the cake in the oven, and then take a picture of the cake before you eat it. That's like 5 or 6 pictures of the same thing, the cake. Speaking of cake, Going the Distance is a great song. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, and I put it #1 on my August playlist. And I'm just putting songs out one daily on my August playlist, and I'm not doing any shorts right now. They told me just to put the one song every day on a playlist. And they're songs that I've already had on my other playlist, but I just love them, or they're coming through really loud. So, Cake, okay? Going the Distance. Very good song. Go the Distance. So, back to the cake, okay? So, you can say that cake that is sitting there in those bottles, baking soda, flour, sugar, that's the same picture, that's the same thing as this picture here that you're going to eat. Can you see if somebody was not from here, how they would say, how did you turn baking soda, sugar, flour, bananas, how did you turn that into that? Okay, great analogy. That's how I was. I was just a few different bottles when I came in, and then I got stirred up. I got poured out. I got thrown in the oven. I got sampled. I got ate. But now I am full. That's a cool analogy they just gave me. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and finish with the Light Seer deck. The first deck was the Mage Tarot deck. St. Michael deck was second. Light Seers are next. I don't always name them, so it's good to watch all my videos because they all hinge together. And if you're just new here, there's over 700 of them. 6 of Pentacles, okay? 6 of Pentacles. They want me to read about that, okay? I want to show you the picture of the card so you can see it. 6 of Pentacles. And they want me to read a little bit because the sun is under it. The sun is the most powerful card I can pull from the deck. And it came after St. Michael's favorable outcome, right? So this is very important. And the Empress is under that. And the new beginning is under that. So this is really important. And then it ends with the 10 of Pentacles if you stay in the Page of Cups, which is love. So with all that being said, I will repeat that, but let's go to the 6 of Pentacles, because that was a great little story there from those few cards. 6 of Pentacles says, I show gratitude for my life through generosity and compassion. So that's going back to that where us that are going to be abundant through the Laverian projects, through the new money system, we're going to help those that aren't as unfortunate. Same with writing the books, the songs, the classes, all the stuff that we're doing is to help others. It's not for profit. So it says two-way abundance, giving and receiving. Now, we just had that card. We just had the 6 of Pentacles, so it's repeating itself. Okay, we had the 6 of Pentacles in the beginning of this that I was saying, and now it's coming back again. So all it's saying is to keep in the gratitude mode, keep in the abundance mode, because the Sun card is the happiest card I can pull. You are never going to be happier if you just hold tight and don't let that devil get to you. Okay, then we're going to go back to staying in your Empress power, calling in your Empress, calling in your Emperor because you want to do your new beginning and staying in that Page of Cups, staying in that mode of love, and remembering that the Ten of Pentacles is what you're shooting for, which is the end of poverty. And it also comes in with, I want to show you the next card, the Five of Swords, because what I was getting was, it also comes with the mindset, okay? You can have $1 million and you can go to the store and not buy milk because it's too expensive. And you can go without calcium, and you can go without milk, because even though you have $1 million, you're not paying $5 a gallon for a thing of milk, and that's the poverty mindset. So that will be another way that the devil will try to get you. When eggs were $10 a dozen, not too long ago, I don't know, a year ago, whatever, doesn't matter, time don't matter. But when eggs went from $1 a dozen to $10 a dozen, I gave up eggs. Not because, so much because how much they cost, but that was ridiculous. But because I went on a no meat diet. They told me to cleanse, and I went on no meat diet, no eggs at all. And then I got to go back to eggs and go back to meat, and I can eat anything at all now, because it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, it's what comes out of a man that defiles him. But I had to do it for a cleansing. When I was going through my dark night of the soul and everybody was dead around me, and I started this channel, they wanted me to totally cleanse. So I did go vegetarian. Now I'm back to, I can do anything I want. I can put anything I want except alcohol and drugs, of course, but I'm talking food. I can put any kind of food I want in me, and I go according to what my body says. Well, anyway, now eggs are only, I paid $2.50 a dozen yesterday, okay? So cool, and I love eggs now. And even back then when they told me not to eat meat, I just couldn't even look at it. It just upset my stomach. And to this day, I don't eat a lot of meat, very little. But I like eggs now again, and cheese, and stuff like that. I always drink milk. I always drink water. But again, we have to go according to our own body, is what I'm saying. I can't tell you what to eat, what not to eat, because we're all on a different assignment. You weren't on the same assignment I was on, so you might not have had to be vegetarian. You see what I'm saying? I'm just sharing that with you to let you know that I've been doing lots and lots and lots of things, and then they change. So one day you're okay to eat a hamburger, the next day you can't. And some of you know what I'm saying because you're going through the same thing. You said, wow, I used to love roast beef sandwiches and now I can't stand them. And then next year I see you eating a roast beef sandwich. Okay, well, whatever. And then the other thing is, but no alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, no sex. Those things put poison into our body, okay? Other people's humanly fluids, no, they don't go in my body, haven't for decades. Smoking, alcohol, drugs, none of it. The only thing you should do is maybe over-the-counter aspirin for your headaches, okay? And pain. Okay, that I will tell you, because that is the truth. That what you eat isn't going to matter, but the poison you put in your body, oh yeah. And that's another way the devil's going to try to get you. Remember, the devil was on the bottom of the deck. That's why we keep talking about him. For those of you maybe that didn't see that in the beginning, you might have to rewind. The devil card, we're showing you the things that the devil might try to mess with you. Okay? Hi, Stefan. I don't read comments no more, but I caught you out of the corner of my eye because you said balance. And that's absolutely it. But I can't read comments because it throws off my energy. But I, for some reason, caught yours. Balance is Very, very important. It's the key, but not when it comes to sex, smoking, drugs, alcohol, none. You can't do any of that, okay? And your mission partner is going to be as pure as you, and your mission partner is going to be your twin, meaning you guys are going to enhance each other like a nail and a hammer, magnet and steel, okay? You're like opposites, but yet you're the same, if that makes sense, okay? Then we've got grounded, deeply rooted beliefs, stubborn, driven to succeed, and focused determination. And what they're saying here is that's another way that the devil is going to try to get you. Oh, I've always done this. Soon as that comes out of your mouth, smash it with that hammer. Oh, well, that's the way we've always done it. Or, no, that's what I believe. I don't believe in spaceships. Oh, no, I don't believe in reincarnation. Oh, I don't believe in. Those are the things that have to be smashed because we've been dumbed down in the Matrix. They didn't want us to know. I remember telling my significant other at the time, you know, I could take that TV and I could toss it out of this two-story house with my eyes, but I made a covenant, I made a promise to not do that. I made a promise to get dumbed down and go along with the Matrix for a lot of years to get to this point. So there's some more stuff about me. So more and more is coming out because I just, you know, they want me to explain to you that, like back there, that's a picture of me in another life. And then I was given it to me as a gift in this life to remind me, to wake me up. I can be woke up by pictures. So don't let stubbornness and old beliefs keep you held back. And this is a really long reading, but for some reason, that's what we're supposed to do. So then the other thing that he's going to try to mess with you on is the boredom. He's going to try to make you feel like the girl on the card, that Four of Cups. He's going to make you feel like, what? Is this all there is? Type of thing. No sex. Yeah, no sex. Well, not for me. You know, you guys can do what you want, but I've been celibate for 3 decades. I was also married for 3 decades, but I told you it was my mission partner, and I'm on a mission, and I am very, very high ranked and very, very old soul. If you'd watch my regression under my videos tab, you will see some of who I am and some of who he is. It's the greatest video I can tell you to watch that explains some of me. It's my higher self talking to me. So, yes, we can't do any of that stuff. And this just flew out of the deck. Death upside down, death upside right, transformation, rebirth. Now, I don't know also if you ever watched The Demolition Man. If you see Sandra Bullock in there, she tells Sylvester Stallone, you want to have sex? And he's like, oh, yeah, cool. And she says, well, here, put these goggles on. And then they put the goggles on, and that's how they have sex. They don't exchange humanly body fluids. And that's a great way to explain it. That's a movie from the future. And he's like, wow, this is how you guys have sex? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm telling you that in the astral, we don't even put the goggles on. It's just an explosion of energy. And it's really cool. So yeah, that's a deep subject, but I'm glad you brought it up. And I caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I was supposed to talk about it. So that's cool. So thanks for bringing that up. We're going through a death and rebirth. And I'm drawn to, again, in the middle of the hoodie, there's a big star, and that's destination. The star is the destination card. Okay, so we're on a mission. We are on, and like I said, some of you might have had sex last night and had a beer and a cigarette. Well, that's okay, okay, but it's not going to get you to the highest timeline. It's not going to get you to the highest realm. You're just going to stay at a lower realm, and that's okay. But I came here to do what I'm doing, and that's the highest. But that's who I am. That's why I'm the one on the video talking to you. You know, that's who I am. I'm just telling you, if you want what we have, you have to do what we do. And when I talk about that, I mean the alliance, I mean the white hats, I mean the angels, I mean up there, us, okay? So that was pretty deep. I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank all of you for watching. And one more thing he wants to say. What is it? Okay, just a minute. Nine of Wands. Yep, we're almost there. So the fence is ready to get put down. The Nine of Wands just brings it to the end. Okay, and we're going to just read a little bit on the Nine of Wands. I was going to end it, and he said, not quite yet. This is a really long one. Okay, so it says, determination. Don't be defiant. The final push. Yep, the final push. Excitement for what's to come. Finding motivation in the face of difficulties. So that was that warning. See how that summed everything up? That was saying be determined, stay in the Page of Cups. Don't let the devil card, give you any defiance or be defending against him, okay? It's the final push, so of course they're really going to try. Finding motivation in the face of difficulties. That was the Four of Cups, where she was sitting like this, being bored. Okay, so this Nine of Wands that St. Michael wanted me to just tell you about is wrapping it all up. I push behind, beyond. I said behind, okay? So get behind me, Satan, right? I push beyond my own perceived limitations, and I remain open and trusting as I do. And that goes back to the Jesus calling, where it said, keep your hand in his. If you take God with you wherever you go, when you get there, you'll have everything you need. Thanks for listening.